Okay, so let's start going over these problems. So let's look at number 4. After falling 23 degrees Fahrenheit, the temperature is now 51 degrees Fahrenheit. What was the starting temperature? So you got to tell me each and every step. So first things first, telling me x or whatever variable you chose and what it is equal to. So what are we trying to find, everyone? Good. As long as you wrote something along those lines, you are good to go. Then you needed to write down the equation. Who can tell me what the equation for that one should be? Ruby. Excellent. You are saying the starting temperature minus 23 degrees that it fell equals the 51 degrees that it is now. So what is my answer, everyone? Don't forget, you must write degrees Fahrenheit or you will lose points. You must label. Questions on number 4. Okay, number 5. Miss Karen has 7 children in her preschool class. She would like to give each student an equal number of M&Ms. If each child got 23 M&Ms, how many did she start with? Well, X equals, what am I trying to find? Good. Something along those lines. So who can tell me my equation that you wrote? Luke? I can't have that because that's not an equation. Your equation cannot be equal to a variable. That is how you solve it. That is not how you set up an equation. Ethan? Excellent. X divided by 7 equals 23. You are saying the number of M&Ms that you start with divided by the 7 students equals 23 M&Ms per student. You cannot write it any other way. You will get it wrong. Is that understood? So how many M&Ms were there at start, everyone? $161 M&Ms. So as I have said, even though I know you guys can get the answers without writing an equation, I am more worried, and more looking at, can you write the equation? I already know you can solve it. I don't need you to prove to me that you can solve it. I need you to prove to me that you can write an equation. Okay, number 7. Pocket folders are 39 cents each at the store. If Carolyn paid $7.02, how many did she buy? So first tell me, what does X equal? What's the variable equal to, everyone? Good. Something along those lines of number of folders. Okay, someone tell me, how did they set up the equation? How did they write it? Eleanor? Okay, how's it? Hopefully you said 0.39. So you should have 0.39 x equals 7.02. That is your equation because it's 39 cents times the number of folders that you buy equals $7.02 that you paid. So how many folders did we buy, everyone? 18 folders. Very good. Questions on number 7. Okay, last one on that page, number 8. Scott takes 2/3 of his body weight and drinks that amount of water in ounces per day. If he drinks 118 ounces each day, what does he weigh? What am I trying to find, everyone? His weight. So X equals his weight. So how do I set this one up? Annie? Excellent. You're taking 2/3, you're multiplying it because of that word of by his body weight. We don't know his body weight, so it's your variable. and then that equals 118, which is the amount of ounces he drinks of water every single day. And then you solve it. So what do we get as that answer? 177 ounces. We can't say pounds, which is probably what most of you wanted to say, right, guys? Because it doesn't say pounds anywhere in my equation, does it? Or in my problem. It doesn't say it. You can't assume it's pounds. Is that understood? So you have to use ounces because that is the only label they give you. Whether or not that makes sense, doesn't matter. Is that understood? Luke, question? Yes. Yep, everything that you guys see on my paper right now must be on your homework assignment and must be on your quiz. And obviously you guys should have work there as well, right? If you don't have work, not going to be accepted. All right, we have got one page to go. It is a lime green piece of paper. We are going to cross out numbers 10, number 12, and number 16. We are not going to do those three, so you may cross off 10, 12, and 16. I want you and your partner to solve numbers 9 and 11 together. Just those two and only those two. You may get started. Go. Okay, so number 9 says driving at an average speed of 52 mph. What does mph stand for? Very good, which means that I drive 52 miles every single hour. So hour 1, 52 miles. Hour 2, another 52 miles, so forth and so on. How long will it take someone to drive a 390-mile road trip? What does my x equal? Good. How long, hours, amount of time, I don't care, however you wrote that. Understood? Equation. How do I write the equation? Eli B? Very good. Because what you are doing is you are taking the 52 miles. The P in miles per hour is per. Per means to multiply. So you multiply the amount of miles by the number of hours. We don't know the number of hours, which is why it's x. That equals 390. Then you have to solve it. So how many hours will that take me, everyone? So you could have written 7.5 hours. You could have also written 7.5 hours. I would have accepted either answer. Please, 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 please do not ever change 0.5 or a half into minutes. Is that understood? I get that 0.5 is easy because half an hour is 30 minutes, right? But say, for instance, it was like 7.15. It's not as easy. And I just don't want you to get it wrong because you tried to convert it to minutes. Is that understood? You don't have to, so don't do it. Got it? Okay, number 11. Jack is 2 weeks into a diet and now weighs 197 pounds. If he lost 3 pounds the first week and 6 pounds the second week, what was his starting weight? X equals what, everyone? Okay, who can tell me how to write this equation? How did you write it, Eli? Okay, that would totally work if you put, so he did this. That would totally work. How else could I write it? Ruby? Excellent. Those are the two ways in which I would want you to write that equation. Do not tell me x minus 9. Why would I not say x minus 9? Luke? Very good. If you wrote a 9, you're already solving the equation. So take a step back. Don't solve. Write the numbers as you see. Then go forth and solve. What was Jack's starting weight, everyone? All right. Any questions so far? Okay, 13, 14, and 15 get a little bit more complicated because now they're kind of two-step problems. You've got more than one thing going on. So if we read number 13, it says a plant is 14 inches tall. If it grows 3 inches per year, how many years will it take it to reach a height of 38 inches? Same steps, okay? What do we want to know? Very good. So my x equals how many years? Remember, you can use whatever variables you want. So when I do these problems, I always go back to the very beginning and I read that first sentence. A plant is 14 inches tall. What does that mean? That's my start. So I have 14. That's my starting point. I have a plant. It's 14 inches tall when I measured it. Then it says it grows 3 inches per year. How do I write 3 inches per year? Do I know how many years? No, that's what I'm finding out. That's why it's my x. The word per means to multiply, so you're doing 3 times years, which is 3 times x, because we don't know the amount of years. And how do I combine 14 and 3x together? Y plus. Very good. Grows means gets taller. We're adding them together. And it's like saying your starting point. Think about it, guys. When you were babies, you guys had a starting point of weight, right? And then you grew. You added on. Last thing, what's it equal to? It equals 38 because that is my total. That's what I want to end up at. I want to know how long it takes me to get there. Solve it, please. Go. How many years does it take, everyone? 8 years. Very good. Questions on that one, because it is obviously different than all the rest of them we've solved up until this point. Okay, with your partners, do number 14 and 15. Go. Go. Number 14. Tessa received $50 from her grandma for her birthday. She decided to put this money away and save an additional $12 per week so she can buy a $398 tablet. How many weeks will it take her to save? What does my variable equal? What am I trying to find, everyone? How many weeks? Remember, it's what I want to know. What's the question asking me for? It says how many weeks? I want to know the number of weeks. Who can tell me how to write this equation? Layton. Excellent. You are taking the $50 she got from her grandma, adding it to the $12 she saves for however many weeks, which is X, equals $398. So how many weeks does she have to save for, everyone? 29 weeks. It's pretty much about half a year. Okay. Here we go. Last one. 1/3 of the students in the marching band signed up for pep band. Then 5 students changed their mind. If there are 31 students in pep band, how many students are in marching band? What do I want to know, everyone? Perfect. Number of students in marching band. Okay, who wants to tell me how to write this one? Ethan. Excellent. 1/3 x 1/3 times the number of students in marching band minus the 5 students who changed their mind equals the 31 students in pep band. So how many students are in the marching band, everyone? Questions on any of this?